Hi guys, welcome to my channel Glam Powder. In today's video we are going to review the Best Year Journal by Intelligent Change. Intelligent Change is a company incorporated by Mimi Icon and Alex Icon, who are also YouTuber, influencers and motivational speakers. I think they have other books as well, like the 5 Minutes Journal, but this is the new product they have launched. I have been following Mimi Icon for years now, I think over 10 years, and it was her videos that I watched that kind of motivated me to start, doing vision boards. And that's before I kind of even discovered Law of Attraction or The Secret and all these books. But the first thing I started off was with vision board, and that was her video. I think if you kind of go on her channel, it might still be there. I think it's called like How to Achieve Your Dreams. But yeah, so the Best Year Journal. So a little bit of backstory. So at the end of last year, 2020, around December time, I was making this list of things that I want to do in the following year, and kind of list things that I want to reflect on towards the end of the year. I always spend some time every year to kind of reflect on the year, but this year I really want to spend 2-3 weeks really understanding how each of my months went, what I did right, what I did wrong, or what was the happiest moments and where I was my best. And because I really had great months, like from September, October, November, December, it was really great months, and that motivated me to actually kind of understand and write down what did I do there that I can do kind of next year as well. So I started making this list, like my best month, my worst month, what was the highlights of the year. And as I was doing it, and I think I just came across on Instagram this journal that Mimi Icon and Alex Icon had just released. And then I looked into it and I was like, this is exactly what I need. So I filled my journal in last year, and this is like last year's reflection and the plan for the year. And I think Mimi Icon says that you can kind of use this journal on your birthday, as a birthday year, or any time, but I think the best fit for me was to use at the start of the year. So I'm just going to run through the journal, what it is and what it like, kind of what are the different sections of the journals are. So the journal starts off with a little bit of reading. So these are the kind of different sections. You have the end of the year review, then you have how to use the best year journal, which is kind of a reflection, and then it starts part 1, reflection and gratitude, part 2 is knowledge gained, part 3 is vision and clarity, part 4 is your action plan, and part 5 is your monthly review. Last year when I was doing a lot of 30-day transformational challenges with myself from October, so I was writing things that I want to improve in the next 30 days and then kind of review that and then move on to November. So this is kind of really perfect for me, or anybody who wants to really challenge themselves and improve your lifestyle and achieve your goals better. So the journal starts off with a quick review. I'll filter in, so you kind of have things like what were your happiest moment for the past for the 5 happiest moment of your past year, day-to-day life, what were the small things that you enjoyed doing, what did you do for the first time in the last year, and some lessons for the highlight of the year. And you have like a big reflection section. I've written a lot in this, things you've been grateful for, and there's a lot of like big list. And then you move on to your magical moments. There's a lot of space to write things, which is what I liked about it. And then steps you've taken to maximize your well-being. It focuses on health a lot as well. I think a lot of times we forget how important our health is. So I think even in Mimi's video, she did mention that that's the first thing she wanted people to kind of reflect on, because if you don't have good health, it doesn't matter what you're trying to achieve or what your goals are. If you don't have good health, you won't be able to enjoy it. So health should be our first focus point. Major goals that you closed last year, and people who helped you, supported you. And it also has a section where you can write a letter to people who really helped you. So that was really nice, because I had a few people in my life that were really supportive and helped or just motivated me last year. So it's great to write those messages to those people and really finally putting it down in like a text message to thank them. So professional goals that you achieved. So it really makes you feel good about yourself, about your year. And you do get onto the part 2, what knowledge you gained. And I'm always reading books and kind of watching people and improving myself. So it was quite good to just write down what did I gain. And like I said, October, November, December were like the best years of my life last year. And I really learned a lot and improved a lot and just became a better person. So, you know, one of the lessons was like removing anybody who doesn't motivate me anymore or inspire me out of my life, and decluttering people and things. So that was really a great exercise for me, and kind of having a digital social media days off or detox and things like that. That did little things I did for myself to note it down and then actually understand that this actually helps. So I want to take it on to the next year. Lessons for your life that you learned, and it was a very transformational year for I think everybody last year. So it's great to write that down. So disappointments, you get onto those as well, and learning to let go. What would you let go? Now moving on to like the exciting part, creating a vision. What I like about this was once you're done with your past year, you move on to the following year with your best year basically. So you actually set a theme for the year, and which is something I loved about. That was my favorite part, because a theme, like what do I want this year to be, and then you kind of explain your theme, what it is, and you create a vision. So I think this one is like, what does your year look like? You literally write down what your year looks like for, you know, and that is really good. Planning is really important. A lot of times what people do is they would kind of, at the end of the year, they would do reflection. They want to get rid of things or burn things, you know, write on a piece of paper. I used to do that, and just kind of, and then you move on to new year and then you start coasting. That's what I think some people do, because you're so motivated and the motivation just goes, and before you know, the whole year has gone and you haven't really achieved anything. So that's something I always feel when that happens, you just know that it was lack of planning. If you don't have a vision, you won't be able to understand what you want in life. So that's really important to set a vision. We do vision boards, and but this book also helps you do the action plan, which is what I really like. So yeah, so you create a vision, and there's a lot of space to do that. I think I'll probably reflect on it at the end, middle of the year as well. I might have some new goals that I want to set for myself. And you kind of then list your goals, and they are in different sections, like health and well-being, self-growth, spiritual, financial goals. You kind of basically write that, giving and contributing being one of the goals as well. So once you've done that, you move on to the next section, which is the timeline of your next year. So all the goals that you've written down, then you kind of put them down on like when you want to achieve them, like January. One of my goals this month is to finish reading the book The Greatest Secret. So I put that down over here as well, as one of my goals. And I'm 38 weeks pregnant, so one of my goals is to have a really great delivery. So that's in here as well. And all the things I want to do throughout the year are here. If you're on a marathon, you would add that, like whenever you're going to do that. If you're starting a new business, you would add that as well. So once you've done that, your timeline, you move on to part 4, which is the action plan, and it looks like this. So you got your focus area, your goal, reason why, sporting actions, resources, timeline, and your reward. So like I said earlier, one of my goals is to read the book. So you have to write resources, things I need, why I want to do this, why it is important to me, and what the reward I will give to myself. And that is really helpful. And last year I kind of used my own notepad to kind of put my goals together. So this really helps me, and it definitely is in line with everything that I learn. Everything that's out there is in this book. So I used to follow Marissa Peer's you know, how to write your goals and why I want to do this, achieve this goal and I deserve this goal and reasons why. So this is already in one book over here. And once you've done with your goals, you kind of stay on track. You kind of review your annual goals, and you got monthly review as well, which is really helpful with like different sections: highlight of the month, memorable moments of the month, this month I was grateful for, personal life lessons, business life lessons, and what progress have you made to set your goals this month. So that is really great. So you can just kind of at the end of the month understand what you did right, and if you didn't follow through with something, at least immediately next month you'll be able to follow that. Whereas sometimes you don't realize you set a goal and months go by and you kind of realize you haven't even achieved that goal, or you sometimes just forget about that goal. So that's really good. Every morning I just look at this and just to make sure all the goals that are for this month, I remember them. For example, another goal I had this month was to meditate in the morning and evening. I always meditate in the morning for 10 minutes and I do hypnosis in the evening before going to bed, and I fall asleep to that. But I wanted to do something in between about 4 o'clock, evening meditation, to keep myself in check of anything negative, or let go of the day that I had at work and just move on to my evening at home. So that is one of my goals, and sometimes I kind of forget to do that evening meditation, so whenever I look at it I always kind of remember it. So I'm kind of getting better at it. It's only kind of been 2 weeks into the new year, so I'm hoping by the end of this month that would be something that I'm achieving on a daily basis. So overall I really think this is a really great book and a journal that actually has everything, and I was so surprised that they actually managed to cover everything in this book, like everything. Your monthly reviews, your goals, all kind of goals, your reflection. You know, this book, or this journal, I really believe is a great way to start your year and actually become better person in general. And you know, you feel motivated about your goals, and it's all in one place. And you know, anytime you feel like you're not doing well, you can just look back at the reflection of the last year where you said that what were the best things of the year and what were the top lessons, and that can motivate you to kind of make this year even better. So I definitely recommend going and getting this book. I'll link it down below where you can buy this from, and also Mimi Icon's video where she explains how to fill this in if you struggle to understand how to kind of fill in some of the sections in this book. That's all from me, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you want to get a notification on whenever I release a new video. Have a magnificent year and a great day ahead. Thank you.